Okay, we're live. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Comics and Other Shit. Oh, excuse me, Other Stuff. This is a family show. I guess it's a family show from now. With DJ and Kanila. Special guest today is Caesar Kayabyab, our story consultant for our comic book, AD Guns. And I'm going to let Caesar describe who he is and why he's here. That means you talk, Caesar.
Thank you, everybody. I'm here mainly as a story consultant, someone who basically script supervises, make sure that plot points and things that are not known to characters or are not revealed too soon, or like, oh, what? Sorry.
Are you speaking on your speaker or on my speaker?
I'm speaking on mine. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Because I got to hear a double echo.
I can hear.
Oh, okay. You want me to? Okay. Well, I'm speaking on my speaker. So.
Am I getting double? Are you getting double over there?
Everything's fine on my side.
Oh, okay, cool. So.
It's just me that hears everything twice.
Yeah. Well, okay. Sorry. I'm just basically the script supervisor, making sure that like plot points don't get revealed too early, and that people speak with different tones. You know, you don't have the same voice for two different characters, and to make sure that like story continuity happens and that we don't reveal things before they're supposed to be revealed. That kind of deal.
Wow.
Like I am a visual storyteller. Or at least I learned about it while I did some studies over at Hilo at the theater department. They taught me visual screenwriting and how to write in a visual style, so that I could lend those skills to this comic book, telling stories in a visual manner. So then that way it can be conveyed to both the artists as well as the colorists and letterers and all that, to make sure that our story gets told in a visual style.
I love how he says gets told to all the colorists and artists and letterers. There's exactly 3 of us. And he's at my house 90% of the week. So it's like,
yeah. Well, I'm trying to make it sound like we're a full blown operation here, but yeah, it's just 3 guys, and we just talk about like, hey, that's not supposed to happen yet.
Technically, it's 5 of us because we got an editor too.
Okay, yeah, but I just have to talk to 3 guys, and I'll get to all 5, which is the Hawaiian telephone, the old
and the coconut wireless stove.
Look at the size; it's like 9 guys if you think about it.
Yeah, because you gotta add your wife, you gotta add my 3 roommates, you gotta add my son who's in high school.
Yeah.
He probably says, "Dad, really seriously."
If you gotta buy 2 plane tickets, then you count as 2 guys.
Yeah. I mean,
so,
just like.
What do you think about what we're doing, Caesar? What is your feelings about the book and the story and where we're at?
I think we have a great beginning of of honestly a good story. The thing that I like about it is that it doesn't contain any wokeness about it. There's
well, there might be, but it's not intended.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's a progressive story, yes, and it's meant for like our times and everything. But we're not doing the Kathleen Kennedy where we're putting a chick in it and making her gay, and trying to like.
Hey, Ruthie might. No, she's not. Ruthie probably might. Well, no, she's not.
Yeah, I mean, we're not introducing characters just to fulfill an agenda. We're actually trying to tell a story, to tell a story, and not trying to invoke an agenda or try to tell people, how to think or how to live or anything like that. We're just trying to tell a good story, and that's the part that I think is going to resonate with a lot of people. And I think that a lot of some folks are going to just like the fact that we're going to old school storytelling and making sure that like the characters that we provide are about the characters, not about an agenda or or an ideology or anything like that. All we're doing is trying to tell a good story and detail the lives of these people in this world that we're trying to build. And that's important.
Yeah, you know, and this she said because the way I've always described this story is just a fucking comic adventure. That's really what I'm. The only way I want to describe it. Not.
There's a major
Yes,
echo.
it's an adventure. Yes, and it's an adventure.
There's
And
an
you know,
echo
it's,
now. Peter.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's you. I don't know what it is, Kanila, but you're echoing like major.
It's because he's sitting at a chair right there, and my microphone is right here.
I'm gonna move.
That's a good idea. You can turn off your mic and sit next to mine.
Yeah.
There we go.
All
Look,
right. So is
and
that
you
better?
can see him behind my shoulder, right there.
Yeah. So I think that the thing that'll resonate with most readers is the fact that this is an adventure tale. Not.
You got to turn yours off.
I'm leaving now.
Just turn that off and talk to mine.
All right. I'm just gonna talk on Kanila's already. So what we're trying to do is tell a story about an adventure that these people are and we're taking the readers along with it. We're not invoking an agenda. We're not trying to make a statement or anything like that. We're just trying to tell a really good story, and that's the thing that's gonna resonate with most folks. Like when George Lucas wanted to tell a story about Indiana Jones, for instance, right? He just wanted to take people on a great adventure. He didn't want to, talk about like his gay son or anything like that. He just wanted to make sure that everybody had a good time, and that's what we're trying to do.
I don't disagree.
All right.
So I think that we're going to take people on a grand adventure, and that these characters are going to hopefully live in the minds of like some folks. Like I remember being a kid and wanting to have Cyclops' powers, but then like realizing that I could never shut my eyes or never have my glasses off, even when I fell asleep or anything. I always wondered how Cyclops went to sleep.
Well, I always wondered how he could have such cool power and be such a dick.
Well, if everything that you looked at would either be destroyed or obliterated, I'd be kind of a dick too. I mean, if I didn't have, and everything I looked at was red, like everything had a red tinge to it. It would just be like, oh, like I wonder what color this girl's hair is. Oh, it's red.
It's fucking red.
Luckily, like Jean Grey's hair was red.
Luckily,
yeah. Otherwise, like
it would be red.
Yeah.
Otherwise, her hair would be red if her hair wasn't already red.
Yeah.
So, what are you working on, dude?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I am doing a picture. I'm trying to work on a painting of my roommate.
But you using like Photoshop?
I am using a program called Clip Studio Paint.
Okay.
Because the brushes gives me some pretty. How would I describe it?
Hey, Ray. I got a bump from my friend Ray Dillon. I think he works at DC.
What?
Not sure, but
Hey Dylan, the artist Ray Dillon is your friend, and you didn't fucking tell me.
Who's that?
Yeah. Well,
the guy who draws comics, Ray Dillon.
Yeah. Well, can you see what I see? I don't know. Sorry, we're new to this.
I'm not looking at the page. I did some. So when I was working as the color design manager at Wildstorm, we had a colorist works come with us near the end of my time there by the name of Grant Golish, and he did a whole bunch of Ray's work in. What was the name of that comic book? I can't remember.
Youngblood?
No, it was like a Hitman comic. I can't remember the name of the comic.
Oh, Ray colored the first.
Did all? Huh?
Ray colored the first comic that I drew.
Is he a colorist or an artist?
He's both. He does art. He does pencils, inks, colors, and letters. And his wife is also too. She does pencils. She did. Her name is Renee.
Renee.
It was. I forget. Ray. I don't know if you're still watching, but what is your wife's name? It must be Dylan now. But I mean, she drew like they both did Legend of Wonder Woman. Like they kind of.
Yeah, hold on. I am trying to find. I gotta go to your. There you are. It's on your here. comments. Let's see what the comments are saying. Yeah. Ray DeLiz. Yeah. All right. Renee. So what was the book that Grant did for you, Ray? I don't even remember. All I remember was that it was in 2001, and Grant liked to do all these golden and vermilion colors, and of course he doesn't remember. I gotta look it up. Ray Dillon. It was a Wildstorm book.
Gatekeepers?
No. This isn't even Ray's work.
Oh, okay.
That's Ray's work. Huh. Now it's all quiet and nobody's talking.
Sorry.
Was it an authority story? It might have been an authority story. Anyway, nice to meet you, Ray. I've seen your work and been a fan from afar. I haven't. Oh, so Grant is the one that did some of the coloring on your original run of Punisher, I think. I know Soto colored a bunch of it, but no, you know what? I'm not thinking of a different person. I'm sorry. I am. Dylan, but a different Dylan. My bad. All right, so storytelling. I was always moving on. I was always a big fan of larger than life stories, right? Storytelling wise. Where did DJ go?
I don't know. I just see Kanila and Kanila.
Did we lose DJ?
Did we lose?
I think we did.
I think we lost DJ, bro.
How did we lose DJ? Well, okay, so now I'm just going to talk because I'm the one that's in charge.
You're mediating this whole thing.
I'm mediating everything. Oh, okay. His internet went down.
Oh.
So, your internet. And now I'm running the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, the internet was down and I was running the show, but now I'm not.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not in charge.
Renee DeLiz. Sorry, I'm back. Did we blip off? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we did. You did. I saw the whole Renee things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys see?
Oh, you're thinking of Steve Dillon. That happens all the time. Yes, I was thinking of Steve Dillon.
Okay.
Stupid.
Hey, shut up. You don't know me, man. Shut up.
So stupid. Ray doesn't even sound like Steve.
Hey.
Even rhyme.
Well,
yeah, Renee DeLiz. Yeah, I know it's
Renee. Yeah, I'm actually a fan of her work. I follow her on.
Yeah, she's awesome. They're both awesome. In fact, I did some. It was called Gatekeeper. I did like some. I don't know. I just did some pages because I felt like, I don't know. I was looking for something to draw. And then
this painting is making me not happy, so I'm going to move on to something else. Because I
move on to something that maybe something we're trying to promote. You know what I mean?
Well, if I would, except that somebody didn't tell me what to change on his cover yet. Somebody didn't send me the pencils for the Juggernaut piece that he liked me paint. So I kind of would.
I sent it to you,
but I can't find it. Okay, hold on. Let me look again. Okay, I'm gonna.
It's in there.
Now we're gonna
It's
leave
in
Clip
there.
Studio,
I just love those
and I'm
pages so
gonna go
much.
into Photoshop.
In the next, oh, thanks, man. Ray said my pages are going in the next issue of Gatekeeper. And mind you, I had no concept of the story. Sorry about that. I just kind of went off on my own. And I was like, oh, it's like Mad Max meets like Batman. And then I just drew my whole thing. I had no concept of the story. And I think I sent him the pages and all. He's like, oh, I don't know if I can fit this in my story. And when I saw the context of his book, I was like, oh, this is way different. And I was like, oh, yeah, I could see why you wouldn't use that. I just drew like this his character, the Gatekeeper, this vigilante guy, and he was just beating up everybody. I just made up my own characters he's beating up.
Just some dude beating up.
Yeah. All right. What did you get it?
I'm looking for it right now. Hold on. Draw. You sent it to me, and I said, dude, I can't find it. And you're like, it's there. I'll send it again, and then I never got anything.
What? I'll send it again one more time. I will send it again. I will send it yet again. Where is it? Where is it?
I'm assuming it's under Kanila's stuff, but what? Under fun stuff? There it is. A JPEG?
Well, what do you want it as? What do you want it as?
Oh, I want it to be a large file. As long as it's about large format, I can. That's fine.
It's 300 DPI. I mean,
as long as it's fine. It's fine.
You work great. All right, Ray's gonna color. Oh, Ray. See, Ray's colors is so. Oh, Ray, that was. Yes.
Shut up. He's not as good as me. I'm better than him.
I don't know. I think you guys still got to duke it out, man. Give Ray some pages and just go. Let's go. See who's the best.
Are you saying that we got to do battle colorist? You know what?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Sounds like a great idea.
They'll be like, remember, like, who was it? Art Adams show up with all of these pages got to be inked, and then he give like all the inkers and like all these inkers all inking his pages. You know, one whole issue done by like one inker and all his pencils. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You heard that story?
No.
Oh, Ray's challenging you to a color battle, Kanila. Oh.
So should we send him this Juggernaut piece?
Well, why not? I mean, come if you guys took battle, that's not exclusive though. You know what I mean? What do you guys?
Tell you what, DJ, you can choose the best one.
Oh man, this is.
I tell you what, we'll make a Facebook fight of it.
Okay. What do I got? I'm trying to, because it's you and Ray. Like, you know what I mean? It's you and Ray. My God.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, let me adjust the canvas.
Yeah, hey Ray, you want to come in here? I'll send you the link, and you guys can really duke it out. Yeah. Ray, give me a yes in the chat if you want the link. I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link anyways. I'll send you the link. R-A. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Oh, you can't tonight. Oh, shucks. I can't tonight, but I love to hang out sometime. Okay.
Yeah, we'll put you on the schedule, bro.
Yeah. On a night where my ass is not beat, man. I get my ass beat every day. Every day. My job just beat the crap out of me. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Hold on.
What happened to Caesar?
I am presenting Caesar. I don't know what happened to Caesar. Hold on. He's outside right now. He's gonna smoke a cigar.
He fell off his stool, huh? Caesar fell off his stool.
He fell off his stool. You know what? I'm just gonna share my whole screen because is it showing? There we go.
All right. So what are we talking about now?
Right now, what I'm doing is I'm going to
No.
color this pinup.
With the Juggernaut?
Yeah.
So how tall is Juggernaut supposed to be? Like, is he
20
like 9 foot tall or something? Or...
Oh.
Yeah, I like 9 feet tall. I think Wolverine's
Because
5.
in some pictures he's like 8-9 feet tall.
Yeah,
In some pics he's like
that's about
just
right.
barely 7 feet. So
Yeah,
I know.
depends on who's drawing him. If it's me, he's 9-10 feet.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm setting up the page so that it looks like a traditional comic book page.
Yeah.
So that it's 11 inches by 17 inches.
Isn't that the size of the thing? It's not that size.
Yeah, but I'm putting a border on it. I'm thresholding it so that the lines are not anti-aliased.
See, I gotta learn all that
around
stuff.
it. I'm putting
I
a
gotta
border
learn all that
around it. You know, all the stuff that we artists do to make.
I'm not a real artist. I'm just a hobbyist. You know, I'm just a hobbyist. One day I'm gonna be a real
There you go.
artist.
Now it looks like a real pinup. Can you see it? Oh, you can share the picture. Share my screen. I'm sharing
Yeah.
the screen.
Yeah. Ba-bam. Oh, he looks like he's like 15 feet.
Now we can go to save it. I'm going to put it in your folder.
Okay.
And I learned many years ago, DJ, that you got to save files in like a system, like naming conventions. The file name should all have very specific things. If you'll notice, I don't know if you can see my screen here, like your Exilian page. I have, if you look over here on the screen here, I've got EXIL for Exilian, issue 6,
Okay.
page 1. Color, COL, RGB for my working layer file. And I don't have the BW, which is actually this file here, this TIFF, but that's what my black and white file. And I always res up my black and white to 600 DPI because you never know when you need a high res line art. And I always have 3 copies of every file: black and white, color layer file, and the color high res file that's trapped. Because I learned many years ago when I was working at Wildstorm, if you have one or all 3 of those files, it'll save your ass. If you have none of those files, you're screwed.
Oh, I learned something every day.
Yep.
Every day.
Call this one Jug. Maui.
Maui Jugs.
Jug Maui Jugs. Jugs Maui. That's perfect. And then now we do this image duplicate. And then I have a action that I have set up for changing the black and white file into my 450 DPI prep file, which gives it a line art channel. And then now I can fly it.
Trying to work on these pages while we talk. Because oh man,
that's kind of why we're doing this, so we can work.
Some days, man, I just get so wiped out.
Well, I hear you, dude. It's people don't understand how difficult it can be to be an adult and then like working and then and then do friggin' comics after that.
What do you mean? We have to adult while we make these comics.
Yeah.
We can't just be like older than average 12-year-olds. Like,
Wait, we kind of already are though, aren't we?
yeah, exactly what we are. 12-year-olds inhabiting the body of 50-year-olds. Yeah, like,
What do you mean having the body of 50-year-old? I am a 50-some-odd-year-old.
yeah, but
Yeah. Okay, so Caesar had some questions, and we cut him off because we wanted to go on live. What was it? What
seriously invested in these tunes that we create.
So Caesar, you were talking about something before we went live,
okay.
And we stopped you because we were wondering. Hey, we're gonna say something entertaining. We should probably go live. Do you remember what it was we were talking about? Because I don't anymore.
Well, we were talking about the storyline for one, and I was also talking about like how, what kind of art inspires Dwayne when he draws. Yeah.
So DJ, what kind of art inspires you when you're working?
Yeah.
I think we covered some of it, but it is a good question. That's good to go over every once in a while.
Yeah. So comic art.
Speaking of a layout, like what?
Oh, layouts.
What kind of art inspires you? I mean, like, do you draw back on like old comic issues or something? Or
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, I guess we can go over like influences. Again.
Well, not everyone was paying attention to our first line, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can go over the same thing over and over because not everybody wants to.
Yeah.
He can't hear because I have my headphones on.
Yeah, because you have your headphones on.
I'm wondering if we're gonna get echo if I take them off, but I'm gonna take them off for now and turn on the studio speaker. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Are you on the speaker? Hey DJ, talk for a minute.
I can hear you. Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Speaking. I'm speaking.
I was asking you for.
I'm still speaking.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Just need to adjust the volume.
I was just adjusting the volume. I usually put my headphones on so we don't have any kind of echo whatsoever.
Can you hear? Can you hear me?
We can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Some major.
Is he frozen? He's frozen.
Major delay.
No, he's not frozen.
Why is this?
Major delay.
Yeah. Look at his.
What's going on? What? Why is there such a delay?
Is my network bad? No, because I'm on my screen and on the camera, I'm seeing it really well. If you're talking, talk when I only see your mouth.
I'm talking now.
Are you talking?
I'm talking now.
I can hear you. I can see your movement on our screen. So there is delay on this screen on our other screen. So I'm not even gonna even look at it. That's not.
Oh yeah. There's major delay on the stream itself.
On the stream itself, there's delay. That's not that big of a deal. I'm looking at our StreamYard stream and it's fine.
I don't like it. I gotta learn all of this stuff. It's so weird.
So weird. So who do you think your biggest influences on you are? For your art, for when you draw, like stylistically, like how do you?
My influences is this.
How do you view
my influences is this. Jim Lee.
I can tell you who. He said it 5 times. Jim Lee and Joe Mad.
Jim Lee and Joe Mad. Man.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, reach for the stars.
I know, dude.
Teacher's all like, dude, reach for the stars, why don't you?
I mean, how do you feel about like John Byrne and some of the older creators and stuff?
John Byrne is. I kind of missed the boat on John Byrne. Like I saw his actor
and like
I saw his actor. His stuff is good. Who's the other name you said?
Like
stuff is good. Who's the other name you said?
Frank Miller. What about Frank Miller?
Like I totally missed the boat on Frank. That's before I started collecting. I started during Jim Lee's time.
Okay, so like what? Early 2000s and like late
No, like
90s.
91, I want to say 90, 91. I want to say 90, 91.
Okay, so around like X-Men #1 time.
A little bit before that, like
Oh
Uncanny.
no, that would have been it was before that.
Uncanny,
It would have
Uncanny
been that mama. What's her name?
yeah, the first appearance of Gambit and all of that time, like you know what I mean.
Oh,
All like the
okay.
Lee stuff before the just the X-Men one. You know what I mean? Like they went to space, fought the Skrulls, the Savage Land Rogue one, all of that. The Extinction of General one, all of that. Extinction of General.
Oh, okay. Like when they're in Genosha and all that, and like
Right. All of that.
Yeah, close to it.
yeah. Did you ever get a chance to look at the older comics and stuff with like?
Yeah. Afterwards, I went back and then I had an appreciation for them. But then also what happened at that time was that that's when the explosion happened. And
The comic explosion.
the implosion, you know, the implosion.
Yeah.
You know, so the stores over here started closing down, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right.
That happened
Delays.
here too.
It's delayed.
it's killer. I know. Sorry.
How do we change that?
Like
How do we change that? Ah.
I think it's because you're actually watching the stream and you're not in the sound yard in the stream yard thing.
Are you looking at the StreamYard or the stream on Facebook?
I think he's looking at the stream on Facebook. That's
Yeah,
what
We'll
it is.
StreamYard.
find out. Oh, and he's looking at StreamYard.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
looking at StreamYard. No. Oh, it's really bugging me.
So like
Sorry, it's throwing me off.
so like what kind of stories do you like?
It's throwing me off.
Yeah.
What kind of stories do you like, DJ? What's the kind of stories that are your favorite kind of thing? What's your jam?
Yeah.
Honestly, when it comes to story, I don't know. I just collect for the art.
You just
Art.
oh okay.
Art is good. I won't buy them.
You just like the visuals. Okay.
But if the art is really good, I'll
So-
buy it.
Have you ever seen like
Really good, I'll buy it.
did you ever read the Supergirl come out story that was drawn by Mike, or was it Mike Miller?
The
No.
more recent one?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Okay.
I never.
Because like
I
the
don't.
art is spectacular in that.
I don't.
It's the one where she goes to Apocalypse and all that, and it's and Mike Miller, like you know, he died like in I think like in 2015 or 2012 around there. He had cancer, but like his art is spectacular in that book.
Oh yeah.
Some of the comments that he gets that was that like his men and his women look kind of the same, but he does a wonderful Wonder Woman, and like it's because I'm looking at Wonder Woman here and it's just making me think about that.
Oh, he's looking at Ryan and
Yeah.
Renee's Wonder Woman book, The Legend of Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
So
Right.
I have it on the. On
yeah,
my-
and it's just
on the-
reminding me of that story. Like if you ever take a look at the visuals on it, it's great, and it's also a good story too. And the way he draws Batman is just it's spectacular. It's great. You know, it's just the coolest Batman ever, especially when he goes underwater and he has a little rebreather thing.
Oh yeah.
It's just the coolest Batman, in my
yeah.
opinion. Yeah. So like, you know, I do, you know, there are times when like I do appreciate like the action like that Jim Lee brings, but a lot of times it's just like, dude, it's just fight after fight after fight after fight. It's like reading a Dragon Ball Z comic or something. You know,
Right,
it's like
right.
like
Yeah.
some of the most favorite
Right.
stories that I had were
Yeah.
like, you know, like the Mutant Massacre, where like Colossus
Yeah.
kills for the first time and everything. You know,
Yeah.
like those stories are the ones that like, you know, that kind of that affected me and like made me talk about comics when I was a kid. You know, storylines like that, and also like when Aurora loses her powers and everything, and then she has to she has to find like a way to still be the leader of the X-Men while at the same time not being a mutant. Like those are the stories that really stick out in my mind. The ones that like they're even though they're drawn by they're drawn by great artists and everything, right? Like Barry Windsor Smith did a great
love life death storylines.
Yeah, he did a lot of great storylines in the X-Men comics and stuff. Yeah. And I was always drawn to like the X-Men lineup and everything because like they just seemed like the the most international, like these stories weren't meant for white people. I mean, they had an international team, right?
Well, that and mutants were just an analog for blacks, right? You knew that, right?
Yeah.
Mutants were just an analog for black people, and all the stories that they did in the allegory for it. So it was essentially stories that they could tell that didn't have the stigma of being with black people in it, and they could tell the black people's stories with mutants, which made it allegorical and interesting and fun at the same time.
I mean, like you didn't see like the Fantastic Four or the Avengers dealing with those kinds of issues, right? They were just universally accepted. They just automatically, these were the heroes that everybody loved and everything, right? But then like the X-Men were guys that were outside of society. Stuff, right? Like they needed to do it in secret, otherwise like people would come hunt them down, right? Kind of like vampires, which is why I also love vampire stories and everything. So it's just like, I do dig Jim Lee's, aesthetic. His lines are just beautiful, right? But then at times I just, I want a story, right. Batman, like, when he drew Batman and stuff, right? It was cool and everything, right? But then it's just like, I kind of want to.
Did you feel? This is going to be an interesting question.
Yeah.
Did you feel like Jim's Batman and even his X-Men to a degree were largely books of pinups of characters?
Yeah. There's a lot of fan service, right?
I feel like his latest stuff was like that, but I feel like his stuff with Chris Claremont, before X-Men 1 was really good. Like he was working on his story. He peaked early.
And honestly,
I feel like he peaked early, but I feel like he had
X-Men 1 as much as
he had so much going on in the beginning.
I want to
going on in the beginning.
Yeah. It was a bit much, right? It's like trying to put like 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. Basically, or 10 pounds of story into like a 5-picture in a 5-page book.
Yeah, well,
it was too much in for him. Because then it's on Asteroid M. You got like 2 different teams, and like it's a lot.
Right.
And, like
well, it was the 90s.
It was the 90s. Yeah.
Like I was there for that. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah. Sure. But like the thing is, in the background, I think the soundtrack for a Jim Lee comic is just going to be like some quick 90s techno, like, and then like the MTV
a bunch
cuts.
of Prodigy.
Yeah, a bunch of Prodigy and like quick cuts, and then like bang, 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 move on to the next comic, and then like we're gonna keep moving, and then like eventually like the thing is like the Ferrari needs to stop. You need to stop and take a breath and get some gas. Slow down a little bit. And stuff, right? It's like, sometimes we want to see what's in between the panels.
And that's interesting you say that, because I have in writing our story, I am purposely creating slow areas to develop characters and for people to just talk, right? Yeah. Because
that's important. It's an important section of this storytelling, because for one, we're building a world, and we're trying to make these people as real as possible, right? And it's just if we keep just glossing over the fact that these guys are basically witnessing their world like coming apart. We need to have them digest that a little bit. Take a beat and just go like, look, this is what's happening right now, and like this is not cool for me, and I just need to break down just a little bit, and like, and
I need to have a quick freak out.
yeah,
Don't mind me.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm gonna sit here.
I'm gonna sit over here in the corner,
have a little small panic attack, and then I'll be back in the fight, and I'll be cool. But right now, it's just too real for me. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine waking up 200 years in the future and like having everybody that you know and love gone forever, and then like realizing that, you know, your actions from this day forward are going to determine like the fate of like an entire continent or people, you know? It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
You think?
It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
And especially if like the way that you speak is archaic, or like, you know, it would be like, you know, somebody waking up and going like, doth thou likest thy dinner? You know?
Doth mother know that thou art wearing his drapes?
Yeah, mother's drapes, you know. Art thou aware that you are wearing mother's drapes? I mean, it'd be a lot for someone to just digest, right? And then like knowing that, you know, you're
God damn it.
what?
Sorry, I'm just losing my mind here.
Yeah.
Don't mind
He's
me.
having a quick freak out. Don't worry.
There's nothing to see here. Move along. Just whatever.
So yeah, I mean, I like the fact that we're taking time to slow down and like, you know, not just be like bang 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 bang, fight, next fight, and then set up to the, you know, set up fight.
Yeah, that's the thing I always
Don't
love.
get me wrong. There's some set up fight happening.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
not everywhere.
I mean, there's set up fight happening, but then it's just set up fight, dialogue, you know, digest this, character development, and then like set up fight, you know, and like
and then there's
there's
plot twist.
yeah, plot twist,
Which is my favorite thing.
yeah. So
I love it when you look at a story and you go, huh,
I didn't see
that coming. Because, you know, we're at the age, DJ, where we've seen everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Caesar and I do is we sit and we say, this is what's going to happen next. You watch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm there too. I mean, this is just like when I gave you guys the answer, that's just what I started off with, like, because he was asking what is like my influence. You know what I mean? So when I'm thinking about when I'm drawing, I go back to when I was like, you know, 8th grade, 9th grade, trying to mimic Jim Lee and Joe Madden, all those guys. You know what I mean? So in my mind, when I'm drawing, I'm just a kid. You know?
We all did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We like everybody drew that one Wolverine, that one Wolverine cover where he rips the page, right? Or you get that picture of the Hulk in his claws. You know, like everybody's done that.
Oh, that's a Toddism.
Oh yeah.
That's Todd McFarlane.
Oh yeah.
But yes, we understand what you mean. There are certain pieces of imagery that are just freaking
Ingrained.
iconic.
Yeah, it's just ingrained in my brain, right? Like that one, yeah, that one X-Men comic where Wolverine's leaping at the, you know, at with his claws extended and everything, and it's great. Or even like the Wolverine limited series where he's battling all the freaking all the swordsmen on that one Kabuki stage, and he's like just having that small internal banter about like, you know, there's like 5-on-1. Trick is like, you know, I can hit anybody. Well, they have to watch out who they hit and everything, and he's just taking them apart. And it's just iconic, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, you know, I'm a big fan of guys like John Byrne and like
In that case, Frank Miller and Joe
yeah.
Rubinstein. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So and I went over this
later on, like, you know.
My influences were John Romita Jr. and Walt Simonson.
Oh man.
And
Classics, man.
Well, and that's because they were designing storytellers. They used design and they made anatomy work for them, as opposed to having to have such perfect anatomy. They made it work for them. They pushed it to where they wanted it to go. And that's just, you know, that's a trick that I know artists use all the time. Just we're taught so often that we have to make things look anatomically correct, and that's not necessarily what looks best all the time. Sometimes exaggerated muscle or an exaggerated knuckle or an exaggerated hand in the right spot teaches us or tells us the story better than a perfectly anatomical image.
Yeah, sometimes if you get stuff too close to real life, it doesn't work. Like, it just you need that exaggeration sometimes, especially in comics. Like you know what I mean. You need that exaggeration, and because the artist can see something and reiterate them in his own way, and then when you reiterate them in that way, it's like it gives you the information in your mind, and he simplified it for you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Throwing down like it's
I mean,
hey Daniel.
the guy that does that perfectly is Art Adams. You know, if you ever if you ever see just his still poses, like the fact that like a human ass doesn't do that. But he makes it look so good. Even though it's like it's such an offset like look and everything, but then it's just but it's beautiful on the page. It just looks so perfect and everything. But then like anatomically, if you tried to do that, you'd break your back. Like there's no freaking way you could actually pose like that. But he makes it work, because like he just, his perspective and everything is just beautiful. It's just mwah.
What?
What? Like
it's like you have that picture of
dude. Like you ever
in your bathroom with you.
It's like, oh, why is this Marvel Universe comic sticky? It's an Arthur Adams issue, that's why. And nobody draws Shadow Cat like that. I never knew that she had like a Jufro
and boobs.
And boobs. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I remember his picture of I think it was like the Enchantress on the Marvel Universe. It was just classic.
Oh, hello, gorgeous.
I know. Hello, goddess of mischief. I will.
Honestly, for me, it was his drawing of Ororo the Thunder God.
Oh, yes. What was it? Super Size X-Men number?
No, X-Men Annual number 10.
11 or 10?
9 or 10. I can't remember which one.
It was like no, I think it was 9. Because 10 was the baby X-Babies.
Yeah, which he drew it.
Which he drew also. Yeah. Which is great. Like the X-Babies are excellent. If you ever get a chance to check out that comic.
Yeah, I got them. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Sorry, don't mind me. I draw sometimes, so.
Well, you're spending your time drawing and not like, I don't know, talking on a stream.
Yeah, my bad. I don't think a lot of people won't. Daniel.
Doesn't matter. Actually, I've gotten a couple of notifications that people were watching our stream afterward.
Oh, where?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I think we just have to do what we do and get it when they get it,
Ron Katake is an animator that's from Hawaii, and he used to be a member of Comic Jam Hawaii.
Oh, yeah?
But he is now living in LA working on some cartoons.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of cartoons, have you seen Blue Eye Samurai yet?
Not yet. I've been seeing a lot of people post about it. I don't know if I don't know how I feel. It looks like it's kind of like I was watching. I think it was Onimusha. The new one.
The other one, yeah.
The other one's Onimusha, yeah.
It looks good. It's like everything is correct. It's like too perfect. Like when it's CGI like that, I don't know. You kind of lose the charm on me. You know what I mean? I miss the 2D animation. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you screw up in 2D, it's somebody's hand. It's not like you're moving on computer grid around and just drawing around that. Like, you know what I mean? It's too perfect. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I get you.
It's not my thing.
Yeah, I get you.
So what you're saying is you didn't watch Star Wars Rebels, and I'm going to judge you.
Star Wars Rebels. I actually was watching that one a little while.
I judge people for not watching Star Wars Rebels because it's one of the best shows I've ever watched.
I was watching that little while, but then I'm dad, so I don't watch Just like I can't spend too much time
You just-
watching.
No, I understand.
I gotta pick my
A lot
pastime.
of time to sit down.
My pastime.
Yeah, I have a lot of time. I'm gonna be sitting on a dialysis chair for 5 hours tomorrow, so I have a lot of time to sit and watch stuff.
Well, since you got a lot of time to sit and watch stuff, Blue Eye Samurai, bro. Check it out.
I don't know. That sounds kind of lame. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. So when even my roommates say, "Dude, we watched the whole show," yeah, I gotta watch it. My roommates are not cartoon watching people at all, like ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up watching cartoons. I love cartoons.
Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You're talking to the choir here with regards to that stuff.
Yeah. When
But-
Saturday morning cartoons left, I was sad.
Yeah, we both cried to a degree.
Yeah. It's like I woke up one Saturday morning and like I was like, what the hell? What? You mean I'm never gonna know what happened at the end of Dungeons and Dragons? What?
What do you mean there's no more Mighty Orbots?
There's no more Mighty Orbots? No.
Robots, yeah.
Why have you forsaken me?
I remember when I was young, we was poor. I never even have TV. So everybody, all these kids would be talking about all these cartoons, and I'm like, really? Tell me about all these cartoons, and they'll tell me about them. And it was like when we finally got like electricity and TV and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, wow! And I was blown away.
I understand
That's
now.
what it's about.
I understand now.
It's like,
See, and that, interestingly for me, that was the same thing for me, but with Saturday Night Live. All of my friends, the thing to do on Monday was to talk about Saturday Night Live, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't watch it. My mom won't let me watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Why? Because I got to go to sleep to go to church on Sunday.
yeah.
You were such a good boy.
Well, we only had one TV, and I couldn't stay up late to watch it. It was right next to her room.
Oh man. Yeah.
Didn't stop me from stealing money for purse every once in a while.
See, that's why there's the Friday night sleepover. You can sleep over somebody else's house that has freaking cable.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
watch-
but I didn't watch Saturday Night Live, dude. That was on Saturday, not on Friday. On Saturdays,
Yeah.
I was watching something else. I mean, on Fridays, I was watching squiggle, 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 booby, squiggle, 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 squiggle.
You're trying to get Skinamax? Is that what you're trying to do?
Hey, I was a normal-blooded teenage boy, brother. You know how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know how that
I know how that works now.
Yeah. I mean, you watch it now and you're like, oh, this sucks. It's like, it's so
The internet is
softcore.
so much better than that.
I know. It's so softcore. Oh my god.
But the joy you had when you saw that movie.
Oh yeah. You did the booby dance. You know? Boobies, boobies. Boobies.
Yeah, it's like the Peaches song, right?
Yeah.
Peaches, 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 peaches,
Yeah.
peaches.
Like,
Oh, geez,
boobies.
talking about.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're moving on.
It's kid
Sorry.
show. It's kid show.
We're down.
Oh, sorry.
Family show.
All right,
Yeah.
so moving on.
Moving on.
Speaking of Saturday morning cartoons, what were your favorite shows?
No, that's a good question.
Spurs, shut up.
My favorite was Black Star.
Wow.
Speed of the Puma.
No, that's not.
That's
Black
only the Throbbits, yeah?
That's Braveheart.
Oh, that's Braveheart.
Is Black Star the one with the Throbbits? The bite of the Hobbit?
Black Star is the one that had the sun sword.
No, that's
Well,
Thunder.
a sword similar to the sun sword.
No, that's Thunder the
No,
Barbarian.
I know. It was similar to the sun sword. It was not the sun sword.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of like a laser sword as well.
Did it have a black eye?
No,
Okay.
there was no black guy in it.
Black Star, huh?
What color are Juggernaut's eyes? Are they green?
I don't know, it's freaking blue. Just because it'll pop off the red.
Green.
Green. Yeah, green.
Red.
Yeah, green.
Green. Yeah. from the McCran crystal, or M. How do you pronounce that?
I don't
McCran,
know.
M.
Crown.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's look at the interwebs.
Juggernaut. Right? You go to see his eyes.
No, but I'm looking at the color of his costume here.
It's kind of brown.
Well, it's brown with red and like a reddish orange brown, depending on which costume it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with this color.
Yeah. Looks kind of red.
Soup. Soup.
So you think that, like, comic readers from south of the border read it Juggernaut?
Wait, hold on. DJ, this is what I'm doing to him right now.
What? Sorry.
What?
I'm what? Watch the eyes. The eyes are gonna go.
What? It's a valid question.
Yeah, a valid question if you're a doofus.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm working and talking at the same time. I suck. Sorry, I'm working and talking at the same time.
Yeah, we know.
We forgive you.
Forgive me.
Thou art forgiven.
It's
Okay, but before
Body of Christ.
Yeah.
Body of Christ.
Yeah, before we forgive you, you have to say 5 Hail Marys and 2 Our Fathers and do 2 laps around your house and you'll be fine. That's
yeah.
all you.
Yeah.
So what are you working on? What are you drawing?
Yeah, DJ.
I'm drawing each. What is this?
Is that you or me?
7 of Exilian issue 6. So
Okay.
now we can.
That reminds me, while I'm here, do you mind if I show the
Yeah, go ahead.
page for you online right now?
Yeah, go for it.
But you can tell me where to fix it.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, damn, I'm so terrible at this. Oh, is it?
All right. I need colors.
Okay, hold on.
Speaking of which, how did this happen?
Can I just send you like a picture?
Oh my gosh, that's fine.
Shit. Sorry.
Family story. Family show.
Family show. Oh, now. Okay, I'm gonna send you something.
Because I totally saw Elf, and then I saw a similar outfit to the other girl, and so I just made her that other girl.
Right. It's this girl. Sorry, it's bad. Here you go.
That's your time. I have other stuff I can do while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that color is spot on.
But
The Juggernaut.
that's because I literally pulled up the other Juggernaut, sampled the color, and put it there.
Dope. Oh, so that's what he's working on?
This is his book here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exilian is a fantasy story with swords and sorcery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And elves and dwarves. Right down our line.
I know.
Right in our wheelhouse.
That's almost like freaking Flint and Katie break right there. You got to open it apart. So, well, get the app.
Are you on
Who wants to join the
an
show?
iPhone?
He's not. He's on Android.
Well, then don't use Chrome.
Open it. Yeah,
Oh, you know what? I'll send you it.
well, I sent him the link.
No, he's talking to me, Caesar.
This is on page from issue 5, but get the colors on it. In fact, I'll send you the Photoshop document.
What? The PS document. Okay.
Yeah, PST.
Is this the yellow Wolverine costume or is it the brown one?
It's the brown one. The brown and orange.
Do you think that Wolverine likes it when people call him by his street name when he's in costume?
He doesn't really. I don't think he really cares.
I don't think
You
you
think about it. You're Wolverine.
Yeah.
Who gives a crap?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have anybody to protect, right? There's no like Mary Jane at home to like mess with him. I mean, to mess with, right? And if you mess with Wolverine's girlfriend, then
First of all,
That'd
if
be
she's
like-
Wolverine's girlfriend,
yeah,
you're probably fucked because she's gonna kill you. If she can handle Wolverine, she's not a pushover.
Also, you think his healing factor works for like ED, or you think he's got like a quick refraction period?
Dude,
You know?
sure. Still a family show.
Okay, sorry. I just wonder about stuff like that. Like
You wonder about that stuff because your name is Caesar. Fucking
I mean, because
Steve
Steve Rogers, he can never get drunk because like he recovers. I mean, like because when he drinks beer, right, he can never get drunk because his immune system works too freaking fast for the alcohol to poison it, which is basically what it does. So that's amazing. So it must also work for other stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Can't take Caesar anywhere.
Sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No. But unfortunately, like that thing that stops the thoughts to mouth thing, that's kind
Doesn't
of
exist.
Yeah, it's kind of broken.
I got a text. Someone get a text.
No, I think no.
When you look at your artwork from like years ago, and you see what you improved, and you're like, oh,
I mean, this is why, DJ, every colorist knows to file name everything the same way all the time. So, Exilian, all issues of Exilian, all Exilian art have AXIL at the beginning. Then you have the issue number, the issue number, the page number, and then the format. You do it that way for every file. You'll always be able to find what you're looking for.
I know exactly where it is. That's not what I said. I said,
Oh, what were you saying?
when you look back at old art and you improved since then.
Oh,
and
yes.
Old art.
Oh.
That's what I'm looking.
I totally understand.
Oh, you trying to retcon some old art?
No, he's just looking back at it and he's saying, "God, that sucked," which is what I do every waking moment of my life.
Oh, like, have you ever opened up an old yearbook from like the 8th grade or something and seeing like what you wrote to people?
Thank God, no.
I used to do stupid stuff like take up all
I actually wrote to my best friend Jason in 8th grade. I wrote, "Hey man, have a rad summer."
right.
I'm reading.
Every kid,
I'm like,
right?
I cringe.
How many of us did? Sorry, so sloppy.
Yeah. Have a rad summer, man. Yeah. And then I also came across like an old notebook that had some of my poetry in it. Oh my god.
I didn't know I love love music that much. Love songs on the crater.
It's like, is this me trying to be Brian McKnight? Jesus.
It's undeniable that we should be together.
Do whatever cross your mind.
DJ's laughing because he did the same thing too.
Yeah.
We were children of the 80s and 90s. That was like life. It's like DJ was a teenager during the Boys to Men era.
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh, dude. Yeah, water runs dry. It still gets me. It still kills me. It's like, let's go make the water run dry. We might wait our back in. It still gets me. And like every Mother's Day, I play. I dedicate a song for mom to my mama.
Oh,
yeah.
Can't listen to this song.
Mamas.
Yeah. Because it's just, I can't do Tupac. I can't do the Tupac thing. Because for one thing, she lives in the Philippines, and I just know that, when people are watching their page, it'll be like, oh, why does your son like to dedicate Tupac to you? Huh? Does he like Tupac? He must like that, huh? Always sending you Tupac. Children show.
Tupac Shaker.
So yeah.
Make the biggest mistake of our life.
Don't do it. Don't do it, baby.
Wait. Hey, baby. I know you miss me. I know you left me when I was that other guy. But I didn't hate you. I still love you. But baby, it's okay. I still love you.
It's just you and me. I don't.
Uh-oh.
Mike,
What's going
that's why
on?
you left the group.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
You're only speaking for yourself. I would never do that. Like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Freezing outside.
Yeah, we can tell.
I know you. They can cut glass.
Yes, I'm sure they could. I'm singing the song.
Baby.
Peaches.
Yeah. So, anywho,
Oh, so, yeah. So back to the cartoons. What was you guys? Okay, so you said Black Star.
yeah.
What was
Mighty
it?
Orbots.
Oh yes.
I was like
Thunder
second grade when that came out.
Those are the ones that.
Shut up, okay?
Yeah.
We old.
Churro.
Shut up.
Churro.
We gotta make fun of us, bro. Because we old.
Yeah, you guys old damn relics. What you guys used to
I
watch?
saw
The
the
Jetsons.
his amazing friend.
Flintstones.
Flintstones.
You watch Flintstones on weekdays, bro.
You guys used to like push the car like that to the feet on the bottom.
Yeah, only when we had to start them, bro.
Yeah, that's how
Gus
it is.
Gus.
Yeah, we had
Who's
the
Gus Gus?
elephant as one vacuum cleaner.
Gus
Gus.
is our neighbor, our friend, right sitting right here.
Oh, okay. Gus Gus, you're on.
I'm on.
Yes, you're on the stream, dude.
I was trying to just join the chat, but okay.
We can hear you, bro.
Yeah, bro. We can hear you, bro. Bro.
Right.
Dude,
So-
bro. Dude.
So I have this theory about Tila and He-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he
you ever
man.
notice that like Tila never knew that? Yeah, I mean, you ever watch the Masters of the Universe cartoon, bro?
Yep. Yep. I was like first
So-
kindergarten. Like that was my me and my friends.
Okay, yeah, I get it. I'm old. Okay, don't have to keep rubbing it in. Just keep rubbing it in, bro.
Sorry, I go steal stuff because I'm younger. I don't mean anything by you know. You just gotta
announce it to the world. Announce it to the world. You
just gotta
gotta-
put it in the grave. That's just it. Distant relative. Distant memories.
I'm trying to.
So, if you remember Masters of the Universe, the original cartoon,
Mhm.
Tila never knew that He-Man or Prince Adam was He-Man, right?
Yeah, it was pretty dumb back then. You know what I mean? You can't tell. They look exactly the same.
It's like no superhero character alter ego could ever be determined based on looks, because
It's like
just putting glasses on
Just change
someone
your
never
shirt.
changes
you
their
just sure like oh, it's somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, this is pretty dumb
when,
back then.
when Tila ever talks to like Prince Adam, he's wearing like the full, he's wearing that full on shirt with the
Yeah.
collar up to his chin and everything.
The pink shirt.
Yeah, the pink shirt and like
And
the tight pants and everything, and he's just fully dressed.
Yeah.
But every time he appears as He-Man, he's wearing nothing but a loincloth and like a thing around his chest and everything, right? And he's on this freaking humongous tiger and shit. So like
Exactly
when
the
you
same. Exact same face and exact same hair.
exact same face. It's just that He-Man is tan. That's the only difference, right? Like He-Man's freaking tan. That's the only difference. But here's the thing.
Which means she wasn't looking at his face.
She wasn't looking at his face when he's He-Man. She looks at Prince Adam's face all the time. Doesn't see the difference. It's like everybody's like, Orko was even like, so you didn't know that Prince Adam was He-Man? Like, that he doesn't even change his face, dude. He doesn't even put a mask on.
He wasn't looking at his face.
He's never looking at his face. She's never looking at his face. That's why she can't tell.
Yeah.
Boobies, 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 boobies.
But for women.
Hey,
Man, boob
He-Man
movies.
has some of the best movies in all of comics, man.
Oh yeah, dude. And like, if you needed to name a character, why would you He-Man? I mean, and then, like when you come up with like female version of it, it's like She-Girl. No,
She-Ra.
but it's
Yeah,
She-Ra.
so when you're 6 years old and that show
Like,
come out, yeah. You know what I mean? Running around in your bibbities. Be like, yeah.
I know. You just think
You know what I mean?
For granted.
When you're 5 years old, you
Like-
you see He-Man on the screen, and it's like, what?
I have a question. DJ, were you the kid at 6 o'clock in the morning when you woke up? Would you reach for your power sword and then say, "By the power of Grayskull," at the top of your lungs?
No, I mean, I wanted to, but I was like,
I knew a kid like that once.
I had a little bit like,
He lived in.
you know what I mean? I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing that. Even at 6, but I wanted to. Like if nobody was there, I'd be like, Grayskull.
That kid and his brother lived in my house for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Might have only been 1 year, but it felt like 2 years.
What was his name?
I can't remember, but they were the two sons of my mom's cousin Kevin Figuera. Kevin and his wife Sherry Figuera. They lived in our house when they were moved back to Hawaii for a while from the mainland. And for some reason, our house was always the place that people stayed when they came back from the mainland. Probably because we were, there was the 3 of us kids and my mom, and we had a 4-bedroom house, and we could easily arrange for more people because it was a 4-bedroom house, big living room and a big family room, and my bedroom was the family room with bookshelves for a while, like to make a room. But isn't that the most Hawaii thing ever? Like you turn your living room into a bedroom by putting a bookshelf in it to separate the room, and now you got a bedroom. It's the most Hawaii thing ever, I swear.
Simple times, man. Love it.
Modern times require modern solutions.
Yeah, kick everybody ass out. You're on your own. Before it's like, let's make it work. Let's all make it work. Together, let's make it work.
Nowadays, it's like, no, you're gonna be homeless. I see, and that's an interesting. I'm going to segue to homelessness here for a moment.
Okay.
I have a hard time understanding homelessness because I have never known someone to want to not have a home, and I know too many people out there now that prefer not to be, living in a home.
Well, I don't know.
Prefer to not live. No, I know that there are some people that are like that. I'm not saying that all of them are like that. I know that there are some people, and usually they're single, and they don't have kids, but they choose to be homeless because they don't want the responsibility of homeownership or even having to pay for a place to rent.
Yeah.
I know it's not everyone, and I know it's it's a rarity. But I heard about that from someone. I'm like, really? Why?
Yeah, I mean,
There are a lot of people that are like 3 paychecks away from being homeless,
Oh, that's us every freaking month, dude.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? So it's like, with like, companies now not having any loyalty to their employees and all that, and like, with being what it is, and just the housing market being what it also is and stuff, right? There's a lot of folks that are just like, on luck sometimes. Like I saw this one TikTok of this one lady who got a job like as some sort of like retail manager at like a TJ Maxx or something, and then she moved her 2 kids and everything to go there, and then like after she was there for like a month or so, they got rid of the position, and then like she had no family in that new city that she was at. She was living in a car for like 3 months, and then, like cops came to her, came up to her car to like try and find out what was going on. They helped her out like a lot. So I mean, like, but the thing was, it just these situations that happen all the time, across America. And, like, I hear that there are also some millennials that are actually like moving in their vans. They're choosing to live in their vans so they can try to save money on rent because rent is just so.
I get that.
No,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do in the short term, long term game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you give up what you can short term so you can like make long term goals and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like there are folks that are like living in their vans, trying to make stuff, so they can make something happen, so they can actually get like an actual home to live or a deposit, so they can like uh, move into like a better apartment or into kind of some kind of living situation. Because I don't know if anybody has like 2 to 3 grand just handy, so they can like put down a deposit plus 2 months rent and all that.
Right.
Whoa.
I know some people.
Thanks, Dad.
I know. Some people don't have like your circumstances, bro. Like I remember, I got a call from. I was a little bit late on my car payments, and and they were like, "Oh well, you could just pay off the loan now." And I'm like, "Oh, I owe 9,000." He's like, "Oh, yeah, if you could just pay that off, that'd be great." I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it would be great if I had 9,000." Like I know anybody that like I don't have it. Can I borrow it from you?
Yeah. Some credit card companies like
Yeah.
just pay this much. Is like, if I had that much, I would.
I would. It's like, don't you think
Yeah.
I would if I had the money? It's like I gotta choose stuff like hey, insurance or you. I think insurance won. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These are the choices we gotta make, man.
Yeah.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the old days when you could like get like a $3 meal from like Jack in the Box anymore. You can't.
Oh, you can't even get the dollar menu at McDonald's anymore.
No, you can't. I mean, if you just had $3, you starving, bro. Unless you, I mean, you can't even buy a bag of chips with that. Or if you do buy a bag of chips, it's a small ass bag of chips.
I know. Everything's so expensive now.
Is a DJ? Is the DJ?
Yeah.
Is this shield color okay, or should I change it to a
The
different
shield
color?
color is fine. Yeah, the shield color is fine. And you got her hair red, red
You
or.
don't think the elf would be more green?
I'm sorry,
You don't think the elf would be more green?
dude. Reference.
Oh.
It's not an elf.
Reference.
Oh, okay. She's not an elf?
She's got nice elfin eyes, but she's not.
Okay.
I'll change the eyes. If it shows you off, I'll change the eyes.
No, it doesn't throw me off at all. It makes me think elf, but I don't see ears, so it doesn't really matter. Is it green eyes good, or should I be blue?
I don't know what is on that. Let me see.
Can't really tell from the picture. They look kind of blue green.
It's blue.
They're kind of blue green. Blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue. Yeah.
Okay. Tell your colorist, and he needs to make sure that they're blue and not green. Then I'm giving you crap, dude. It's fine.
Yes, he is.
Man, it's awesome how like the colors will bump up the quality of the image. Like,
Now that's blue eyes.
that's blue. What happened to Caesar?
He went out for a minute. He might be going to the bathroom getting a drink.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so got off real quiet because we're working. So,
Sorry.
what are we going to talk about?
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I'm just saying you got off real quiet, and I'm playing moderator.
I was looking at the colors of that image, and I think I want to take out the what's that called? The zipper tone of the armor. You know what I mean?
On where?
On his armor.
On her armor?
No, on the dwarf's armor.
His armor. Yeah, you can.
Just because your colors.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
Your colors. Yeah. I kind of don't. Like when it's black and white, it looks good. But when it's color, it looks like I don't know. I want him to pop, like, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
I want his armor to pop.
Well, I can do some things to make that happen without you having to take anything out. If you give me a minute after I finish coloring this part, I will recoloring her. I will jump in.
Sweet.
Now, some people would ask me, why am I like doing a total recolor on this? Why don't I just change the color using other setup methods? And the reason why I do it is because when you do recolor, when you just adjust the color of something, you mess with the way that colors are generated, and it does things that that are not predictable. When
I trust you.
Go back to color things the way that you normally do. Well, I'm just. This is a good conversation piece to have. And when you do things the way you normally do, especially when I color like I do with screen tone, it affects things differently. So, and I'll be honest, I've been doing this so long, it doesn't really take me that long to do this.
Okay. Sweet. That makes me feel good. I'm always like, I was telling my wife, I'm always like, working super hard.
What?
I'm always like, in my drawing, I'm always like working hard. But then when I'm working with you, it's like,
Yeah.
I can kind of slack back and get you kind of like do your thing and shine on my stuff. And it just it feels good.
Well, and it's funny because, well, and I don't mind that, honestly. As a colorist, one of the things that we like, or one of the things that we appreciate, is when colors, when artwork is a little bit more open for us, so we can add stuff without being not intimidated, but affected by the line art, right? Now, I like to have indications of light source,
right?
Because I use them so often,
right?
But sometimes, and on your work too, not unfortunately, but also on your work, sometimes the light sources are a little inconsistent.
Yeah,
like here, and I have to fake things, which again isn't that big of a deal. I deal with it all the time. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I get you though. I get you.
And it's not like it's bad. It just sometimes there are a few places where it's a little inconsistent.
Hey, would it be like too much to ask to like change the sky to like sunset?
The what?
You know the background sky in the opening. If you change it to like sunset.
I can do that.
If you change it to like sunset.
No, it's fine.
Whenever you're ready.
These are the kinds of things that corrections that have to happen, and that's not a problem.
Sweet. Man, the lighting is so good, man.
Huh?
The lighting just brings out the shape. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and that's the whole purpose of being doing color. I have a very specific philosophy with regards to color ups. The color that I do should specifically enhance the pencils and the ink and help tell a story. If I do something other than that, if I try to draw too much attention to what I'm doing, my part of it, I'm doing it wrong. Not my job.
Right.
My job is to make your stuff good. Right. And if I try to do other things, I'm like I'm grandstanding, and I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, I think. Wow, did you learn that at DC? Or did they teach you that at DC, or you just picked up like
What
instinctively after a while?
that philosophy? That philosophy,
Yeah.
or just what I'm doing here? Well,
No, just
the philosophy I
Yeah.
learned.
No, just yeah.
Coloring philosophy I learned from two people that are both Eisner-winning colorists. Laura Martin, formerly Laura Dupuis, and Alex Sinclair, who was the design department manager while I was at Wildstorm, and he essentially taught me how to do my job there. My job was I was the coloring manager, so he taught me how to color so that I could teach and essentially edit the colorists that worked under me and for me.
So what are you doing to the legs?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I am right here.
Yeah.
I'm adding highlights.
Ew. Dope. So you're showing where the light's coming from?
No. What I'm doing here is I'm doing a method called cut and grad. I am selecting areas using the lasso tool like this. And I'm using a gradient tool or an airbrush, and I'm pulling a gradient to give some color. And that's not working out the way I want. And so I always have to make changes into direction to make it work for me.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's imitating essentially how light hits on an object.
Yeah. Cool.
And now I'm going to go over to what is called a secondary light source and add some highlights here to make it look like what happened over there. Oh, I know. Never mind. I'll deal with it later. It has to do with the I'll deal with that later. Okay, sorry. See that little bit of light I threw there?
Yeah.
Right here? What that does is it helps to create this round form. You have the highlight here and then a reflected light here, and then you have a core shadow here. What that does is it creates a 1, 2, 3 planar object, which makes it look more round or have more of a solid shape.
I like the boobies.
I like the boobies. Boobies, 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 boobies.
Because boobies cause shadow.
Yes, they
They
do.
Nope.
Ugh.
Ooh. Like awesome leggings.
Right?
Like, yeah, those are definitely Lululemons. Dude.
Yeah, never knew.
Ooh.
Are those Uggs then?
No. Uggs are way more comfortable.
They're soft leather booty. Okay.
Those are definitely Doc Martens.
Okay, we're not talking. Who's talking next?
My man.
Okay. So Exilian, what's Exilian about?
That's a great question. DJ, can you give us a synopsis of what Exilian's about?
Yeah. Let me stop trying. Exilian is a sort of fantasy, kind of like D&D. Sorry, I'm bad. Read them, man.
Read them instead, bro. I like to tell you. Hey, the answer is DJ is, bro. You like reading my story? Buy the freaking comic.
Buy the comics, bro. So you gonna
No, it's not. Yeah, so it's like so big. It gets so many characters. Like you know what I mean? It's like so many characters. You know, because I'm trying to build this world, right? This fantasy world, right? It's freaking Echo is
Who's the main character? Yeah, sorry. Who does it center around?
centers around.
Is it a crew?
Oh, okay. Let me grab the book. Okay. Let me grab the book. Book. What I got? Oh, look, I'm doing sketch cover right here. I don't know how to make myself big.
There you go.
Make yourself what? A big.
This is.
Nice.
Sorry. Let me grab another.
Thinking the title.
So, yeah. No, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll be back.
All right.
Okay, I'm back.
Now let's enhance the late dwarf.
Oops.
Let's enhance the dwarf.
Oh, the dwarf. See, that looks so good. Flat.
I'm sorry?
It looks good. The flat. I don't like the zipper tone. The zipper tone without the colors looks good. Colors is.
Yeah, be quiet.
You're not
All right.
finished.
I'm not Paul yet, bro. Give him one chance.
Bam. This is the actual cover right here to Exilian. And it's called Creed of the Nighthawk, because the Nighthawk is like the knights of the area of Exilian. So, and they're fighting against these orcs. But what's happening is as they fight these orcs, they find out that one of the like the super orc, he's called the Orc King. He escaped. Like he was in prison and he escaped and he's coming back. And when he comes back, he's like another mage, another elven mage, and then one this demon with him. And so the guys, so like the High Council sends out like this team of, the adventurers, the warrior, the elf, assassin, the dwarf,
The superheroes.
right, the superheroes. So they send out superheroes, and the superheroes in my book is called the Stormrunners. So they send out the Stormrunners for hunt this these three fugitives down. But they end up falling in with the orcs that is invading Exilian. So now but also the people, so like the Stormrunners come from different races, and the races are at war with the Galadorian of Exilian. So it's kind of like they cross into that realm without breaking the treaty. They gotta do them anyway, you know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
so that's where all the conflict is. But so they're trying to figure out how to get these guys out without like breaking a treaty, you know what I mean?
Okay. So, what Matt Stone and Trey Parker find when they tell a story, or whenever they detail a story, they always go. If you have a story where you go, so this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and you've got a pretty crappy story. So like the way that you should really tell a story is like this happens, therefore this has to happen, therefore, and then that's where you get a really compelling story. So it's like, it sounds like you've got those therefores in there, but then it sounds like you also have some and then this happens stuff. So it's like if I mean, just to give you some notes or like, you know, like if you want like
some friendly suggestions.
yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Or like,
I'm careful.
you know, the you know when you're detailing like, you know, because it seems like you're you know, because like it's a really important plot point is what seems to be the agreement between the two kingdoms. So then like, you know, that's a therefore kind of thing where it's like, you know, this happens with the bad guys, therefore the good guys have to negotiate this and like or have to overcome this. And then, you know, and when they do, you know, they have to do this, you know, or this has to happen. So it's like, then that way, like, you know, for one, like I think that, you know, people will be more endeared to the story because like, you know, now things are happening like organically, not because like, you know, and they get it. They'll be able to go like, oh, okay. So because of these treaties, because of these agreements between these two kingdoms, this is why the characters are acting the way that they are, you know. So I you know, from the bare bones of what you told us and stuff, right? Sounds like you know, you came up with like a good crisis point and everything, but then like the climax at the end where the falling action starts to happen and everything needs to be a lot more fleshed out.
Yeah.
Like, are you at that point in the story yet?
Yeah. Like the story is already written in my mind. I'm just terrible at pitching the story. You know what I mean? I'm just terrible at pitching.
Oh, okay.
Like I know what happens.
We can help you.
Far ahead. I'm just bad at pitching. Like, you know what I mean? Which is good because then you can help me with that. You can help me with therefores and, you know, take out the ends. How do you do that? I don't know how.
And mapping out the story and outlining the story. Okay.
Right.
I mean, like, if you want to send me the story, I can give you notes. So
you know what? That would be great.
Story consultant is in.
that would be great.
Yeah, that's what I need. You know what I mean? Like that's what I need. Okay.
It sounds like you need a story consultant and an editor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We can help you with that. We can help you.
I can help you.
The best line from
Big Trouble in Little China.
No,
I can help you. It's so and that big guy with that little tiny. I can help you.
I can help you. You pray you can't write.
You play a card right.
When I send you the stuff, when I send you the work, what do you guys want? The script? Because I don't work off a script. I just
whatever you have.
If you just have an outline,
whatever you have for story, dude.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about script or anything like. Whatever you use for story, even if it's just a written out outline.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can work with that.
How do you think I write all of this stuff, and how am I writing it from now on?
It's all been notes, dude. It's all been in notes.
It's all outlined, and I do it in notes.
Such a bitch.
You just shut up. You shut your whore mouth.
Have you ever heard of a program called Word or Notepad?
No.
Or for crying out loud, Word Rap, dude. Word Rap. You know, you're like, come on.
Why? There's no reason for it.
Yeah.
What is that? It looks better. Like
I do it in essentially Notepad.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
What is that, Kanila? It looks better. Like just
sorry. Yeah.
so good that.
And all I'm doing is turning the dots into a color.
Okay.
And it already looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks so good.
The dots are now a slightly darker gray.
Right.
And it turns it into a design element rather than a shadow. And now it looks like a texture.
Yeah. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
You're working on it, bro.
Still working.
So good, man. So
yes,
good.
it's taking longer, but
I know.
You're just such a pro.
It feels good.
It's like I'm living up to my email name. I'm living up to my email name, DJ. My email name is Color Jedi. The Jedi's got to be in for business at all times.
He's not a colored Padawan. He's a colored Jedi.
Whoa.
Right.
Let's get it right. I was a colored Padawan at one time, but I graduated.
Graduated.
Rat tail.
I like it.
I kind of wish I still had a rat tail. I never had a rat tail when it was popular. Did you have a rat tail, dude?
I had a rat tail. I had a rat tail.
My mom would never let me have a rat tail.
I had a rat tail, man.
My mom would always tell me, like, is there a rat's ass above your head? Is that why you've got that rat tail? Is that why you're growing a rat tail? Because you've got a rat's ass on the back of your head? You're like, no, Mom, that's not why I have a rat tail. I'm a Padawan learner.
Speaking of which, I'm about ready to buy portions of my costume for my next Halloween party.
Now, what's you gonna be?
I'm considering being a what was that?
I don't know.
Siri's talking.
I don't see a rose in it.
Yeah, Siri, be quiet. A Twi'lek Jedi.
A what?
With the headpiece?
With Leku and everything.
Okay.
Because I can be a fat Jedi.
Yeah, you can be like
I can be the fat Twi'lek Jedi.
fat Twi'lek Jedi.
And I could be the one
like Ahsoka?
Yeah, that's boring. Why don't we want fat shit?
Everybody's
No
Ahsoka nowadays. Why would I want to be her?
Because then, like,
no more fat
shit.
shit.
You could be like Kanila Tano.
No. Why? Because she could be my mama.
Your baby mama. Hell yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
If it was,
Hell yeah.
if it's
Jedi
my
mind trick,
if it's my favorite black girl turned blue girl, then yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like my favorite black girl turned blue girl is freaking Jennifer Beal, dude.
Yeah, but she dead.
Well,
She dead in the show, and yes,
well,
I will agree.
Yeah.
That was friggin' dope.
Go
Holy
prequel,
crap!
dude. Go prequel. Because Obi-Wan's dead, but they still got him playing stuff. All right. So, Star Trek nerdery aside.
Star Wars, come on!
Sorry, Star Wars nerdery
Your
aside.
nerd card is about to get revoked, frigga.
All right. So, yeah, just email me the outline that you got.
Okay.
Send it to me and I'll email it to him.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Share the email.
I'll share the email address with you once so that you have his email.
Okay. I will see. You know,
I'd invite you to Maui, Cedar, but you don't have a place to stay, and I'm not paying for it.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know a guy, but I don't want to stay at his house. Dude's a crack.
I know a guy.
So,
Knows a guy.
Yeah. You don't want to stay at Crackhead's house.
I don't want to stay at the crackhead house. As clean as it would be.
Because they don't have anything in it.
Yeah.
Because they're crackheads.
It's a crackhead.
Right.
So, DJ,
Yeah.
in the future,
Yeah.
if you don't want this texture, don't
Mhm.
put it in. I will agree
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass to do this, but it's better than having you remove it or me removing it to do it this way for this image.
I
But,
know.
I
I will do it again.
Otherwise, you can add this in. It's up to you. You still take me a little bit of extra time.
Reeves.
Well,
No,
I was
the text-
taking your advice because you was like, "Hey, you should put some shadows and some gray tones in there," and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna do that." and then I downloaded all of those great zip tones and then all of that.
I
and
want
then-
to do some of the line work because it creates the form, and I don't want to affect it too much because I don't want to lose some.
And then
form
that was
effect.
also a rookie mistake because I was supposed to keep the shade
I
and
do.
the light work separately.
Sure, stop by. eating my Indian food.
And I merge the layers.
Y'all have a good one.
Yep.
Peace out, bro.
Can you hear me?
So you know why?
Can I
Because
hear
I had to shrink them. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, DJ. Are you talking?
I am. I'm trying to. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Wah 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 wah.
I can't hear you. Are you talking?
I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm not. I'm not. What happened? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I don't see you here.
I'm
That's
trying
monkey.
to speak.
Oh, maybe something else will do.
I don't know what happened.
Oh.
Unmute. How about now? Can you hear me?
I'm gonna sign out and sign in again.
Okay. Do it. Hmm. What is going on?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, 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 nothing. What's going on? Kanila.
Test.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Test. Check. 1, 2. Nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything.
Now. Test.
That's Steve. How about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. It might have been me.
Oh, okay.
My head might have adjusted something inadvertently. So I did put my headphones back on, so we don't have that weird echo anymore. Thank God.
Okay. Cool.
The question I asked, or the statement I made before I couldn't hear you anymore, was, if you want to continue using this texture, that's fine. But if you don't need to, it is kind of take a lot of time to fix. So
what if I use them layer? What if I put them on a different layer? You can just select the whole layer and just.
You can, but that might work. I don't normally work that way. But we can do.
I can leave them out. I like the way it looks when you colored it, but honestly, I think it'll look good without the.
What I can do is, now that I know that there's a text, we want to maybe a texture would work here. I can create a texture in color and make a texture brush myself, which would do essentially the same thing as this, but it would do it in kind of like be more like stippling. I don't know if I can. I use a lot of different, like what I did with Hercules for the texture that I have on him. Makes him look all mucky.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to fudge with it.
Yeah.
We'll fudge with it.
Most colorists.
We'll get the language. But this is good. This is good because this is what I wanted to work on. Like our shit. Like, you know what I mean? Our stuff.
Our visual stuff.
Yeah, our visual stuff, which I think is great. I think it's great. I cannot wait. I'm excited. Cannot wait.
I think what's exciting for us is that Hawaii can be a very lonely landscape for artists, especially for comic art, and it's difficult when we don't have someone that can. And I'm going to say this, and some people are going to be mad at me, and at the moment I don't care,
Right.
because I know you've intimated the same things. At our current level of ability, it's difficult to find somebody that can
Yeah.
match it, or at least come
Yeah.
close to it. And it's nice being able to work with someone that you trust in with regards to certain things, right? You don't.
Yeah.
I don't. It's relieving. It's probably. I mean, I can see it's. I can tell it's probably relieving for you. It's like,
Yeah.
that colorist. I don't know if they're gonna do a good job. I don't know if I'm gonna like
Right.
it. But Kanila, he does a good job. I'll just have him do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
know
it's not that
exactly.
and it's not that they're not trying or that they're not good at what they do for what they do.
Right.
Might not be your vision.
Yeah. And that's a good thing about
And
us
that's
on screen too, is that I can see what you're doing, and then like, well, I mean, and I can talk to you, and because it's hard to like email them, like, you know what I mean, or text them, like, you know what I mean, like,
I hear you.
like just typing them all out. It's like, oh, did I get that all right? Like, did I word that correctly?
Is that enough of a change? Do I need to add more like on his knee pads? I think I like the knee pads the way they are with the texture. I don't have a problem with them that way. It creates an additional depth. Hold on, let me present it.
Yeah, bring them back up and I'll check them out.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I like it.
Because if you leave me the texture on the knee pads, kind of makes them come forward a little bit, and the color part pushes them back a little bit. So I think that works out well.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I need to fix a couple of things that I saw that I didn't pay attention to when I originally colored it. That I need to right now.
Sweet.
Fix the black because I didn't do it before. Because
yeah?
black lines should be friggin' black and not blue.
What's that? Erasing the whatever.
No, I'm painting the lines black.
Oh.
Because I painted them a different color earlier. The first time. And I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. It must have been late at night when I was working. We paid so much attention at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I got you.
It's funny. I was telling people that, when I was coloring full time, I loved it. I loved the entire thing about it. I would work at. So this is what my day work was like. I would wake up at 7 o'clock, make breakfast for my daughter and my son. They'd eat. I'd take my daughter to school. Then I'd come home. I'd watch ESPN for a while. I'd play Call of Duty for a while. But then I start coloring. I would color until about 1:45. Then I'd go pick up my daughter from school. Kids would be all home by 4 o'clock. And I would hang out with them, do stuff with them, help them do homework. I'd do some more work if I had a deadline. I put my kids to bed at 8:30 or 9. Put my wife to bed at around 10 or 10:30. And then I'd go into my studio and work until 3 o'clock in the morning. And I would eat snacks, and I'd drink energy drinks, and I'd do caffeine, and I'd have music playing in my headphones really loud, and I'd work till all hours in the morning, go to bed at 3:30, wake up at 7, do it all over again. Every day, as much as I could. And I loved it. I loved immersing myself in it that way. But immersing myself into it like that killed my heart. I had congestive heart failure because I didn't know that I had sleep apnea.
Oh.
And that killed my heart. And then when that happened, I was in the hospital and I had to turn back in all the work that I was doing. I was doing like 3 books for DC Comics at the time. I had to turn in all my work. I was doing a book for Image for Jim Valentino. I was doing other small projects for other small publishers. Just boom, 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 boom. and it was all gone because my health was bad. Because I liked how I worked, right? I liked doing that. It was what made it fun for me, and that's the difficult part for me. I love the idea of working freelance in comics. I love the process of it. I loved the staying up late and the talking with people early in the morning that are just waking up in New York City, and it was awesome. And I hate that I can't do it anymore that way.
Right.
I have to. I can still do it, but I have to be different with my approach, right?
Right.
I have to set aside time. I have to do it. I have to manage my time because I got a full-time job as on top of all this now.
Right.
And there's something appealing about it, but there's also something I'm missing,
Yeah.
And and in the summer times, thankfully, I'm a teacher, and in the summer, I can do this. I can be the comic artist. I can be the guy that stays up to 3:00 in the morning, as long as I do it in a healthier way than with energy drinks or whatever.
Right.
But I can do that, and it's nice when I can do it.
Nice.
So anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I was working overnight too. Her hair is red, yeah, but
I can think that's also not a problem.
so I used to work overnights, and then man, talk about like the congestive heart. Like I never had heart failure or anything like that, but I could just feel myself just getting bigger and bigger. Like you know what I mean? Like just the habits is bad. The eating habits is bad. Your sleeping habits is bad. You just was great because I could work and draw as much as I could, but I knew I couldn't be on a night shift for two. I was on a night shift for like I would say like 10, 15 years. I don't know how long, but I was doing that for a long time. That's in a way it was good because I was able to
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna yell at your colorist again. If you're gonna have red hair, make them freaking red. Don't make them blonde, like pale blonde, like the dark blonde. Sorry, I'm being a color snob. My job.
yeah. Yeah, more on the orange side. Yeah.
Well, I'm.
Oh yeah. I'll trust you. You know what you're looking at. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, I was working.
Bro.
It Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear.
Okay. So when I was working night shift, I could feel my health just getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot keep doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just sleeping in the daytime and being up all night. And I loved it because I could draw and I could work at the same time. And it was uninterrupted. But it just came to one point where it's like, I cannot do this anymore. If I keep doing this, I'm gonna die. Not die, but my health is gonna be so bad.
Dude, if you kept up that, you would have. In the same way
Yeah.
that I would have if I had not gone to the hospital. Yes, the answer is if you had kept it up, you would have died earlier than you should have.
Right, exactly. And so yeah, just catch 22 with everything, right? You got to balance out stuff, right? So, but yeah, I mean, the thing that I did appreciate about night shift was it just gave me the time to figure out how to just get the pages done. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
no,
you gotta grind, right? You gotta just you just gotta figure out how to just get them done. Like, you know what I mean? Like so
hey, like I said, there's nothing better. Better is finish is better than perfect, bro. It's
right,
always been that way, and it always will be. Because if
right,
your page is finished, I don't care if it's perfect or not. It's finished and it's publishable. That's
right.
what's good.
Yeah. And I had to get to
Okay.
that where it's like, okay, it's good now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
All right, Deej, what do you think?
yeah, perfect.
All right. No, we gotta work on the background. Here we go.
Yeah. Can you make the roofs blue too? Sorry.
Okay.
Let me sure. I will send you a picture of the roof. Yeah, since I texted you another picture of just the color of the. Yeah, you got them. You got them. You got them. And then, sorry, one more thing. The flag. Can you make them the same as that roof blue?
The same
The
color
same-
or slightly lighter?
Can be lighter, but you know what I mean. Like the color is instead of that yellow can be the gray. So gray and
Oh,
blue.
this one. This one here.
Yeah, the flags. Yeah, yeah. Actually, all the flags. Actually, yeah.
Well, there's no banner color on that, but light gray or dark gray?
Uh,
Light gray, dark gray,
blue?
light
Blue?
gray, dark gray.
Oh yeah. Dark gray. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the blue kind of almost a navy blue, like the red of the flag can change to blue.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, they pop right off now. I will send Caesar. Oh, I'll send you the stuff.
Yeah, and then I'll then when I forward it to him, I'll add you into the email chain so that you get his address.
Okay. Cool. What do I have? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you guys these comics so you guys can read them
Well,
because
I've got the ones that you sent me earlier, so I can send those to him.
oh, okay, give them to him for reading. If not, I can send him. I can send him another version. I mean, another copy.
Yeah, I'll send him what I have.
Okay. Send what you have, and then because I don't think because the way I did them, was I just did them on the page. You know, like how I do the layouts.
Yeah.
I wrote them on top, and then when the pages were finished, then I talked to Genesis, and I was like, oh, okay, can you sit like this, and this, like, you know what I mean? So, I gotta, what are we doing? But I gotta say, it's been just like you said, like, you know what I mean? It's refreshing knowing that you're in capable hands, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like this is exciting, like, you know what I mean? Like I never thought we'd reach, like, I would reach this, like, you know what I mean? I always thought it would just be like on the side thing, fun thing, you know what I mean? But shit, me and you together, we get, I'm not too much the story guy, but stories I think is easier for, not easier, like, because I'm a good writer, make all the difference in the world, but
Right.
if we get that one extra guy, like, if we get the writer, like the real, like, the diamond in the,
I'm one writer, bro. No, I'm good. No, I understand what you're saying.
you know what I mean, right?
You get the input of someone who knows what they're saying with regards to writing. It really affects the way you approach storytelling, and that's the thing too, right? Like we talked a little bit before about how how difficult it is for illustrators to become good comic artists because they're not used to telling a story visually the same way that comic artists do. And but as a comic artist, you still have to learn how to tell the story visually. You don't know how to do it initially. It's something that you have to teach yourself. So, all right. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm trying to make this work right.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's right. Keep talking.
But yeah, so like the art team is solid between me and you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one editor is pretty good because you just need somebody for kind of bounce them off, like Caesar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we get the missing component, which is that Robert Kirkman or whatever, Frank Miller, that third component of the comics, which is they focus on story, they focus on pacing, they focus on characterization. Not that we don't, but like they specialize in that, and they trust us to do the visuals. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we
No,
can
I get it.
we can put in our input and all of that. Like we get that third component right there. My, we got magic, man. Like you know what I mean? We got
I
magic.
do. Hold on. I'm like we are always doing. We are always distracted as we're working or we're talking because. Where'd it go? There. No, that's not it. Is it here? There it is. Oh no! Here, no. Need to find picture. And the sky that I want to use as the template for. So, one of the things that I do a lot of is I do a lot of, especially when it comes to skies. You said this is a sunset.
Yeah.
I reference real skies all the time when I'm doing.
Yeah, that's great.
And I'll friggin' paste them in and like adjust them so that it's not the same picture, but it's a sunset picture. Like it's a sunset picture because it's a sunset picture. Let's see here. I like this one, I think. Do you like lots of clouds or do you like mostly sky? Never mind. I'm just gonna choose.
Yeah, just show me what you got. Like, just I kind of like see how they pop off the sky. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that red. Yeah, I like that red. I like that red because it's kind of like we hit it. Like this
What
is.
red? Where? What red? Where?
Is that your screensaver? Well, I saw a lot of red. What was that screen before this?
Oh, yeah, my screensaver. Here, hold on. It's
Yeah, that fiery red. Yeah. That.
no, yeah. So my screensaver is actually my what I put to inspire me all the time. That's what I do. That's what I put up there is things that inspire me. And so sometimes I have video game art, sometimes I have landscapes. And in this case, we're going to put this in the background and then adjust.
Oh, I see what you did there. And you just skew them. Oh.
But this isn't, I mean, this is just the basis for what I do. I'm totally going to change it. It's not going to look much like
Right. I trust you.
In fact, I'm going to put the sun right there. Now that bright sun, as it like peeks just barely through that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's dope. And then I'll put like right there, right? Then we come back in here. I gotta get that one. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's the tone right there.
But
That's the
we're not
tone.
done, young man. We're not done. You know, some people would say that I'm cheating. They're not necessarily wrong, but
I don't care.
It-
Like, who cares? It looks good.
I'm also a firm believer in the idea that you do whatever you need to do to make it look like the way you want it to look.
Yeah,
To look right. Right?
me too.
All right, so we're gonna adjust this. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's see this way. Too red. There we go. Is that more the color?
The background, you mean?
Yeah, the buildings closer.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah, yeah.
we'll, And now we'll come hit it with the gradient.
Right. Can you hit the gradient? Like, you know how you pull the gradient? How do you set that up in Clip Studio Paint?
I don't use Clip Studio Paint for this. I'm using Photoshop.
I don't know how to. Like, I don't have one for. I'll just leave the coloring to you. I'll just leave it to you.
No, you can, and it's. I know it's possible because I've seen. You know, I know you can pull gradients, but
Yeah.
It really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to be painterly, you don't want to pull a gradient. Does that make sense? If you're trying to approach it more painterly, you're not going to want to pull a gradient. You don't want to use a brush.
I'm not painterly. I'm comic bookerly, whatever that means.
So
Yeah.
put this here. So the color of the blue will be changed by the sunlight at sunset.
Yeah. Right.
So that's all I'm affecting here is the color of the roof that's affected by the sunlight.
Right.
Because the coolness of the shadow areas will make it pop. It'll give it life, and it'll make it look more like it's affected by light as opposed to not. And that's a color trick that we colorists use to set off the warm versus the cold. Creates pop, which is dope.
All right, man. I gotta call it a night.
All right, dude. I'm gonna finish this and head back to bed too. Is there anything else you wanted to do here other than this stuff?
Yeah. One more thing. Just the floor.
Yeah.
I like if you can make them a different gray, but I kind of like everything be that same color as the buildings in the background. You know what I mean? Because it's just standing on.
Except for even the stone, or the stone is fine the way it is.
No, if you can change the whole
this part,
you know, the red flooring.
Yeah.
Make it more the whole thing. You can brown. You can make them a different gray, but it's like the same as the background. Like, you know that those buildings in the back.
As the stone of the building.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you do that? Just here's the only problem with that, coming from a color perspective, is that it's going to flatten the whole image. It's going to make it look like the front gray and the back gray are the same. It's going to make them look like you're standing on the background. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, what if you made them like on different I don't know, shade on different gray or something?
Yeah, I could try to make it a little bit lighter than the tone that's there, but
no, you know, leave it right like that then, because that way it will pop each.
I can desaturate it a little bit so it's not so red. I can do that. That's not a problem. And should be what I do anyway. Pop
Okay.
it so that it's not so red.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's only one minor one. So if you like leave them like that, it's fine.
Ah,
And we
it's
just
not that big of a deal. Not that big of a problem.
Oh yeah. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited for what we're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Well, if Alika's excitement for us is any indicator, bro, that
Yeah.
guy is like, bro, I'm so excited for you guys to do this, bro.
Yeah.
All right, almost done here. And then I will adjust the color of my stuff here. So instead of blue, we'll go with a red brown, and that'll pop everything. Watch.
Nice. Yes. Yes.
Too much. Maybe we should go somewhere in between that. Yeah, that's better.
All right, everybody. I'm
All
signing
right, dude.
out.
Good talking to you. I'll talk to you later.
All right.